Y'all come on in the building. What's up with it, Mr. Williams? What's up, Marcus? What's happening up there in Canaan land? Okay. I just want to let's talk about some current events real quick. Just to give some, yes, indeed, it is a beautiful day. I think I got 69 on the temperature right now, mild. Sun decided to come out a little bit. Let's just talk some current events real quick, just to give you an idea of the time frame we're in, and to kind of piggyback on peace. It's Brianna using so I can hear. Oh, that's what's up. What's up, Brianna? That's what's up. When I talk about the some of the things, when we talk about distractions, some of the things that maybe we're given as talking points or things to think about and debate on, maybe don't amount to much. When Bobby Hemmett and Phil Valentine were in their heyday, and we can go back and see these things documented in the 90s, when they were giving you information, it was fringe information that you could not really get a hold of in your normal mainstream news, or in whatever was the cycle for information to be deciphered. Now what we have is people are, and sometimes I do it, but it's whatever's the trending thing, we want to give our opinion on it, because if it's trending, then it's gonna be on the minds of most people, and you're more apt to get them to click on your video. It's all about, can I get attention, which that's understandable, because if you approach this as a business, ain't nothing wrong with that, but in the spirit of Delbert Blair, Phil Valentine, and Bobby Hemmett. Now look at this. I'm in Texas. Look at this. I'm driving by. This used to be a mall called Six Flags Mall. It's hard to see. You see that they've torn down the mall and building another huge industrial park. Now we got these all around here in Texas, in North Texas. And it's funny because there's already like 13 million square feet of vacant space or more, and they keep building. See if you can see now. Well, no, you might be able to see. That's a picture of it. You see it there. Very interesting. But anyway, in the spirit of Bobby Hemmett, Delbert Blair, Phil Valentine, they would come and they were like the real news. Let you know about things that you might have missed, or things that were intentionally held from your attention. Okay, so let me just tell you about some things that have gone on recently that you may not have known about. YouTube will be launching a new platform to combat what they call fake news. Oh man, they're like there's a baseball game must be around here. This traffic is okay. Let me stay on point. YouTube is launching this new directive to deal with fake news. So that means for videos that go up that have what they consider to be unvetted conspiracy theories, they're going to put beneath the video of all sources. They're going to use Wikipedia to give an alternate perspective to the conspiracy information being given in the video. Now, the way they're presenting it is as if it is an attempt to give a full representation of an idea, or to give the viewer a greater picture or perspective that they can then critique the subject and make their decision. When in essence what it is outright censorship, because it starts out as well, we just want to give an alternate perspective, and then of course it morphs into, oh no, that is just, you can't say that. You gotta pay attention. Another thing I want to inform you about, I've been saying this for a few years now, because I watched this intently. It's that the price of books is skyrocketing. One in particular, just to give you an example, you can go and look up a book on Amazon called, and I wish I would have done like I thought about years ago, is tracking books, their prices, not just for me, but tracking them so that I could show it to people, so they could see this, like how these prices, it's unbelievable. I'm giving you one title that's on Amazon: The Black Goddess and the Unseen Real. Go on there and look that title up on Amazon and look at the cost of the book. Now, just a year ago, the book there was like 4 or 5 different listings for the book. At a minimum, the book started at roughly $80. Now, the book is not as available as it used to be, and the cost starts out at like $150 or so, and it goes up to, I think it might go up to $600 for a copy of the book. Now, see, these are things you will never hear reported in the news, okay? But this is big time news. You put that together, okay, we're going home. You put that together with what YouTube said about, oh, they're gonna put up this alternative information to help you have a greater perspective and outlook on the topic. There, what we're seeing is a great expression of fear of information. You flood a whole lot of information, but if the information seems to be getting digested and understood at a level that seems to be a little disturbing, then you got to start squeezing back and cutting the valve off. I am telling y'all, in like 10 years tops, a book might be, I mean, you might be paying thousands of dollars for a $20 book. And we know that movie, The Book of Eli, was giving you a forewarning. What was the whole thing in The Book of Eli? That they were hunting down people with books. And if I remember correctly, it's been years since I've seen it. Denzel Washington, that was why he was such a threat in the movie, because he had, which of course they had the Bible, which is, you know, they put that whole, I can't express enough the importance of that. Here locally, a health food store, sister told me about this the other day. A health food store here locally, bless you. Oh man, a health food store here locally. Okay, I hope we still here. She said she don't know if it was the FDA or what, but she went into the store. You okay? She went into the store and it looked like the FDA or somebody had raided the store, and they had been up in there for about a week, and they were making the owners change their whole system of how they package their herbs and other medicinal things. They had them in kind of like, it was kind of like almost like a potluck type of thing, where it would be in a jar and people could come and get out what they need. And, you know, kind of like the old school hardware store type thing, where you got a bunch of screws in a big barrel or whatever, and you come and get what you need and you go and pay for it. Where they cracking down on that. Something that you will not see in the news, but something that you need to be aware of to show you the signs of the time that we're living in. Key and Peele, one of those guys on Key and Peele morning show, Today Show, the other day, and they were talking of taking former President Obama's image, and it appeared that's just you have to be careful, because they were trying to say how they can take somebody's image and dub over a voice, and you don't know. Part of that too is showing off cloning technology. See, it desensitizes you to the whole concept of cloning. I would say that the whole thing with the whole Mark Zuckerberg thing with him with Facebook, you know what the greatest story of all of that is, that's not being mentioned, is they are putting a clone right in front of a camera, and it's an experiment to see how society will act to a clone being right in front of them on live television. That's not a human. He's not a human born of a womb. He's not. I don't know exactly what it is, but that's not a human. So that's the greatest story. To put that out in front of you and see the reaction. There used to be a movie on Netflix called Uncanny, Uncanny. And what Uncanny is, it's a movie where a guy builds, he builds like an android. No, Luis, I'm talking about Zuckerberg when he was. They had him on TV when he was in front of Congress, with the whole thing about the data mining with Facebook. But damn, where was I at? I got to start reading it. I lose my train of thought. They put him out with the cloning. That's what I was talking about. The cloning with Zuckerberg. Well, shit. If anybody remember where I was at before I stopped. But either way, you were talking about but I keep rolling. Something else that was recently I noticed. You may have noticed too, if you have a Yahoo account, you may have gotten a message that said that you were going to have to update your user agreement. And then Netflix, Uncanny, the movie. That's where I was going. Uncanny is a movie about a guy who creates like an android. And this thing looks so real that he gets this poor girl and tricks her. He presents the android as though he's the human. And the android tricks the girl into thinking that the actual human is the android. And then the human starts displaying affection toward the girl. And the girl is starting to fall for the android. And she gets all upset because she's like, this damn fake human is coming on to me. When all the while she had fallen for the damn android. Her greatest fear was the reality. She had fallen for an android. So they put out movies out there like that to just to show you an agenda, basically. The agenda is you don't know what's real no more. We don't know. We don't know what a man is. We don't know what a woman is. We don't know what a human is. Everything is a question mark. So they put that out. You can check out that movie, Uncanny. Now, if you have a Yahoo account, you may have noticed that you got a notice that you're going to have to update your user agreement. Now, here's what's interesting. Yahoo, it turns out, is, along with AOL, is co-owned by Verizon. I didn't even know that. And then Verizon now has created this new company called Oath, AOTH. So then, to continue your service with Yahoo, in essence, you have to take an oath. See, if these things sound like wild conspiracy theories, then what you have to do is you have to study mythology, numerology, astrology, gematria, linguistics, which includes etymology. All of these things are wrapped up into everything going on in your life. You may think it's a bunch of intellectual masturbation and a bunch of hogposh, but The reality is, this is how things are done. This is how your cars are named. This is how your highways are numbered. Everything is based on symbolism. Nothing just happens out of the clear blue sky. It just, why don't we just call it this? Okay? So it's good to be symbol literate and to have a rough understanding of language, because you're in this magical pool, and it's very powerful and empowering to know what is going on. Okay. Now what's interesting, and this would be a whole different conversation on its own, is that Verizon, although it appears to be the number one competitor of AT&T, Verizon is actually AT&T. Which just leads to a whole nother discussion about what capitalism is. Capitalism is supposed to be the economic system that is associated with a free market democratic society. A democratic society does not exist. There's no such thing as a free market, and there's no such thing as an antithesis to communism. We live in a communist system, and it is being driven back to its original intent and purpose right now. One of Mark Zuckerberg's friends who helped him create Facebook, I wrote it down, I got it in my notes somewhere, but I can't get to it now. He is using a black mayor out in Sacramento to launch this thing about standard basic wage. Now, you got to understand how the game plays. It sounds good on one level to say we need a basic wage where everybody, what if everybody could get an extra $500 a month? Okay? And we say, hey, that makes sense. It's only right. But see, what you do is, this is called Hegelian dialectic. You create a situation where people are impoverished and people do not have equal access. And then you come out and present yourself as a savior. That's the whole idea of the philanthropist. The philanthropist, like your Carnegie Foundation, your Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, they come out and act like a white knight. Oh, we're going to come in. Oh, they don't have water in Africa. Oh, they need vaccinations. Oh, we need to go and we need to donate money to this cause and that to save these wayward youth, and this and that. Well, the thing is, they don't tell you they're also on the other side who have created the problem. So then they come as the savior. And what they're doing is, all along, they were looking to bring out a desired result. That's called the Hegelian dialectic, based on basic alchemy. Okay? From something putrid comes something divine. Divine in their twisted minds. Okay. So, what else is happening? I'm gonna have to wrap this up, because if you get a chance, you need to, on Saturday morning, you need to catch a show called Henry Ford's Innovation Nation with Mo Rocca. It comes on CBS, okay? And they got a thing which is something else they're doing, called tree planting with drones. Now, for thousands of years, trees have populated the planet through the planting of man, and we can argue that trees have been here even before man. Think about the implication of this: trees being planted by drones. The implication I get from that is that man will not be here to plant the trees. And in every major city, the number one thing is construction. Growth. Oh, we're growing. We're building the housing market. Well, for the housing market to grow, for industry to grow, so forth, for there to be new construction, there has to be new destruction of trees. Again, Hegelian dialectic. You create the problem and then come back and look as the solution. But these are all things to keep in mind, signs of the times. All right? Peace. What's up, Candace? Let me see who all is. Makes you value things you know where. Right, right. Y'all going in. Problem, reaction, solution. That's right. Marcus, the other Marcus Randall. Exactly. Y'all know what time it is. Okay. Here's another trick. The word biodiversity. Biodiversity and sustainability. You hear these so-called granola people using that term. Oh, we want more biodiversity. Oh, and sustainability. Think about this. Think about how egotistical this is. How can you sustain nature? How can you save a earth? Think about it. Think how arrogant that is. Oh, I can sustain nature. Oh, we're working to create biodiversity. Can you see the arrogance of that? Nature already made itself diverse. Once again, Hegelian dialectic. You come in and you levy down so many nemesis to nature. You become the antithesis. Then you come back and fashion yourself as the savior. You're talking about a psychotic, sociopathic mind. Biodiversity, sustainability. Now, on the melanin front, this is how they give you an introduction into melanin research and how they're looking to control it. They got a new thing out called bright lamps, and this is called Ferroflow, the technology where they've taken iron and they've contained iron inside of a piece of glass, and they use a magnet, and this iron is just moving all around, constantly moving, but it's still trapped inside of a glass. I want you to understand the significance of this. Melanin coincides with the iron ore that's at the core of the earth, all right, which is chaotic. When they say ferroflow, when something is, the word ferro means it's ultra magnetic. It magnetizes everything. Or not everything, but in other words, it is always magnetic. Ferrofluids, same thing, Marcus. Same thing. Same thing. Ferro, when you hear ferro, that's why I think the symbol for iron is Fe on the periodic table, if I'm not mistaken. And that's harkens to it's I don't want to make up a word, but when you hear ferro, you know, it's talking about its magnetism. So they have basically are showing off that we've made some type of advance in containing melanin and manipulating it. But it don't come off that way. It comes off as some cool little artwork, and then you got to be able to see beneath the surface, read between the lines. And you wonder why I come on and do videos clowning and talking shit about people arguing about, listen, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. And I'm gonna pick my words carefully. But some of the things that people make their agendas and they're arguing about, and I don't care what side you on. Tell me what difference will some of these things make when what the objective is quantum. They're talking about, this is things that's talking about manipulating DNA, manipulating more than your cellular structure. Cellular structure is gross. We're talking about on a very finite level. Nanotechnology. And people are still arguing about which group is gonna save our people. You stupid motherfuckers, do you not know what the fuck is going on? Or maybe you do. I'm wondering if some of these people are not getting paid. And everybody's saying everybody else is an agent, this and that. I'm wondering, are these motherfuckers retarded? That 1960 shit don't, 1965 shit don't matter. We're talking quantum. So this is a great time that if you have never been interested in occult matters, metaphysics, then Jack, this is the time to get into this shit. You know why? Because this is the only thing that matters. Astrology, numerology, metaphysics, occultism, gematria, psychic abilities, clairvoyance, clairaudience. These are the things that matter. I'm not saying you don't toss away, you quit your job and you don't pay your car note. No, you do all that. But you got to be into your... Why do you think they want to take melanin, put it in a jar and sit and fuck with it in a minute? Because they're trying to tap in. So your best bet is to be studying, tapping in, experimenting with what you can do with what you got. You've been given a powerful spacesuit to have ownership of. Now you can sit around and waste time on arguing over stuff. Man, I swear, I wish I could say it like I really want to just say it. But it's not the time and the place. But I'm starting to wonder, because people can't be that damn stupid. Or maybe they are. Or maybe they're just not aware of what... Well, it's like they say, if you don't know, you just don't know. You don't know what you don't know. These things, they're subtle. Let me listen to the sources. I'm watching a show that's designed for children. They have a whole setup on Saturday morning called Educational Informational. It's on PBS, it's on CBS, it's on ABC, it's on Fox, it's on NBC. 5 different networks across the spectrum, from your public viewing to your big time network television. All got that same title, Educational Informational. That lets you know what time it is. So, can't go any longer. Got to get the babies in. They're getting restless. That's just some little quick current event stuff for you to go back. You can do your further research. There's tons more. I'll do some more on this Verizon and AT&T. Oh man, some amazing stuff. All right, keep these open, but more importantly, keep this open. It's Brother Jamal, mastersofthecosmos.com. Stay down until you get up. When you get up, stay down. Peace.